And chat, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, I realized I hadn't posted the link to the stream on Twitter or Tumblr, so I paused the game and restarted it after I'd done so. So today we're working on the patch 2.55 content, making our way towards Heaven's Word at long last. We just had the death of a very good character, who I'm still annoyed by the death of. But what can you do? Let me join the voice chat.
Hello, hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Rest in peace, Moon Breeder.
Rest in peace, Moon Breeder. Yeah,
The one and only beloved plot character that will ever die. You can put your guard down, Laura. It's fine.
Absolutely. Definitely.
Defiantly. I will defiantly put my guard down.
Hooray!
I see your Steven's universe then.
Mad because small voice Thigh Mom is Die Mom.
I'd attempt it, but I really can't do deep voices.
Thigh Mom is Die Mom. I don't know how good that was.
Probably better than I could do.
The key to doing a good deep voice is you kind of like feel where you currently speak from. A lot of people speak from their throat, and you just kind of visualize it being spoken from deeper and deeper. And you're kind of able to deepen your voice without it sounding too fake, though after a certain point it starts to sound kind of parodic and kind of silly if you train your voice a little bit.
Thigh Mom is Die Mom.
This is about the deepest I can get.
Oh god, that sounds so unnatural on you. Never do that again.
Never do it again.
Hey, 10k mini cactus pot.
Hell yeah. I've actually been trying to nudge my own voice down to about my clavicles, just because I'm tired of speaking from my throat. Yeah, mini cactpot is always a fun little way to play, like, to start.
Yeah, I log in every day and do it, but I save it for the stream on stream days.
That's fun.
Okay, next main scenario quest, Mask of Grief. I have already done Crystal Tower, Alana, that is correct. Oh, Pray Return. Okay.
Pray return to the floaty rocks. No. I have been at the Gold Saucer all friggin' week when I've not been doing other things because I'm trying to get enough MGP for the 4 million mount. Like, I was already a good chunk away, so I've like in the last 2 weeks I've earned myself nearly 1 million, about that much.
Nice.
So I'm nearly there. MGP is really easy, but it does mean the music's getting a bit grating.
It's always been grating, Danny. You're just now noticing.
No, I've noticed a long time ago. I hated it ever since 7.
Hello, Oxyton22. How's it going?
Hello.
Sometimes I think the Gold Saucer music might have been designed to be just a little bit grating.
It's supposed to sound tinny and fake, I think.
Yeah.
Something out of a. It's the corporate image of a carnival.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay. Mean Filia. Have you a moment, Lore? I believe Ida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. I haven't interacted with Ida in like 6 months, but sure, I'll give her a listen. She has not been herself since Moonbreeda's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. Oh, I haven't talked to everybody yet, since the last change. Everybody's gone except for the original Scions. Damn, I wanted to talk to Tataru. The rising stones feel somehow colder. Moonbreeda always carried with her such an abundance of warmth and cheer. Yeah, she was awesome! We must find some means of protecting ourselves from Ascian intrusions. There must be a way. I loathe to see Ida in such pain, but I have not the words to comfort her. Can you imagine it? I, Papalimo, the one who has an eloquent comment for every situation, am at a loss for words. I did see when Moonbreeda got Thancred super drunk.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Lore! Great! Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? The thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this, which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up once I can pay in 12 installments of my newborn child. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment. So I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Yes, I will do this fetch quest for you, Ida.
So,
thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Wraithfrost.
apparently through the 2.x patches, like Revenant's Toll got developed by Rowena as she went from like a stall to being the absolute tyrant mogul she is now.
Yeah, early in the area, Revenant's Toll was just a bunch of tents.
Not even the town walls?
Not even the walls, yeah. Just tents.
Cool.
I never actually saw that phase myself, since... Well, I did
Thorgrim Bloodhammer!
Well, I did own my account since the release of A Realm Reborn. I didn't actually properly play until late Heavenswood patches. And then I never stopped. Besides a little break after the absolutely abysmal experience that was Praetorium with skippable cutscenes.
Yeah, like Oxton 22 said in the chat, Thorgrim Bloodhammer definitely seems like a WoW expat.
Oh, definitely.
You can usually tell when someone's a WoW expatriate in this game.
There's an NPC you'll start running past in the next couple streams who has my favorite name to stop, turn towards him, and say, Firm Albert? Firm Albert? I don't believe you.
I think technically it would be pronounced Firmalbear or something. You know how it is with French names.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Just wait until you start seeing it every day.
I mean, to be fair, you didn't believe Hwayu at first.
Oh, don't remind me. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade. A single moon daisy. How expensive is this flower? Huh? They've got you running errands now. Them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Yeah, tell me about it. Sending the savior of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. She's a friend, I guess.
Did a little favour.
Seriously, though, you'd best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the Chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? The moon daisy, was it? Here, then, take it. And tell that Ida lass I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock, if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. Gods know she needs to. Right? It looks so dumb! Right there with you, Rowena.
It almost seems like, God, I forgot, heretical to imagine seeing Ida's face.
Yeah.
It's like Miss Bellum from the Powerpuff Girls, you know?
There was an episode where you actually got to glance Miss Bellum's face at one point.
Really?
Yeah.
Good old Realm Reborn reasons.
I'll post it to the LCC chat actually. Here. Of course, the best fake out in regarding her face was that episode where they were having flashbacks to events that we never actually saw, and Miss Bellum and the professor were about to get married. Like, we're going to finally see her face. Professor reached into just a mass of hair, opened it like a window, and it was just Mojo Jojo going, "I have always loved you." It was like,
right, I'm
what?
supposed to go to some place called Wraithfrost.
It should
Oh,
be
yeah.
on your map when you're in Mordota.
Sup, Totodile?
I did like the exact same thing and ran into the solar.
Alright, if I catch Pokemon today, they have a chance of having like a title.
Oh, is that what the birthday thing is for?
Yeah. I think the Pokemon Center music is also different. But other than that, yeah, Pokemon can have like a title. So if
Well,
I did
cool.
a shiny hunt today, I could get like a shiny Pokemon with like, you know, a title that's like, oh, it's like your destined partner.
I'll have to do that in 8 months. 7 months. 7 months.
Special birthday hunt.
I brought my Switch with me to my parents' place over Christmas. And I woke up earlier than I wanted to, Christmas Day. And while I was waiting for everybody to get up and get ready to do presents, I wandered into a Fortress outbreak and wandered around in it for 20 minutes and caught a shiny Fortress that I caught in a quick ball and named Christmas.
Nice. It's like an ornament. I could imagine a fortress on a tree.
Yeah, I should call it Bauble.
The Fortress actually do spawn in trees in Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, you're so right. I'm so fucking silly.
Yeah, Totodile, we've been playing Scarlet and Violet. I've been playing almost nothing but Scarlet since it came out. Like, I do my stream games for work, and then I stop playing those games and get off, and I play Pokemon all day.
I really need to put together a competitive team and try out some comp myself.
I want to do another stream where I do it as a social thing with Love and maybe you, I guess.
I am halfway to the second gym.
Nice.
Nice.
Rowena can be so annoying. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again. And then again. And then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. So that's why you didn't want to go to her, is you just couldn't take it right now.
Makes sense.
Moonbrita loved these things, you know. I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her. The flower just catches on fire.
None of us will.
My objection is to the goggle thing on her forehead, and not necessarily to her visor.
I'm not sure why she's wearing that.
Riseth to a crescendo.
Is it Dargan time? It sounds like it's Dargan time. Hey, look, Dargans. Oh, that's a lot of Dargans. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Is that what I think it is?
Sure is.
Hello, can you hear me? We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Oh, it shows me running away, but it doesn't let me... It doesn't just take me
put
there.
You there. Yeah.
You know what?
I think
Just to spite the game, I'm gonna wait the 34 seconds and teleport back.
Yeah. I think later on they start to actually port you to places if, like, cutscenes really draw you away, but... Yeah.
Doing some boring stuff? What are you up to, Ox? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pray return.
Well, I bumped into Ox at the Gold Saucer and we started chatting a bit.
Oh, is that where they found my stream?
Yeah, I mentioned I'd be joining you.
Endgame stuff, gotcha. Calanthera Bronte. We have a classical English literature fan here. I made 600k overnight by selling furniture to all the people who just bought houses. Oh, was there just a housing lottery?
Yeah, and added some new wards.
There's a side story in the city of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia where Aerith is gathering flowers for other characters, and the one she gives Alphino and Ida is a moon daisy, and they have a moment of somber recollection over it. Oof.
Aw.
I've got to remember to stop by the the Free Company house, just to make sure it doesn't disappear?
I've been popping into it each week.
Oh, good.
I've already popped in today, actually.
My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moonbreeda's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. It sure is! Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Kurthus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. Alright, let's hurry up and listen. God, he's small. The envoy is here. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries, if I may. Certainly. You come with news of the Dravanians. Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago, and battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Emmerich himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. Why were you guys were talking mad shit, saying you were so good at this and you would be able to weather anything the Dravanians threw at you. And now you've been broken by one wave? There was one attack. Come on. You paint a grim picture, my lady. It is reinforcements you seek, then? Yes, or rather reinforcement. Throw Lore at the problem. She'll solve it. We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Emmerich would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well. I shall depart for Kurthus at once. It was me she was talking to, Alphino. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Do we have to go to every city again and talk to every leader again to recruit their armies again? Though I will gladly appeal to the Grand Companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You are kind of closed-off assholes, after all, who haven't endeared yourselves to anyone. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your requests directly to the heads of the Grand Companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Emmerich's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. Yeah, I'll go kill some Dargans for you. You faced Midgard Solmer and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Well, you take your staff, and you conjure some fire, and you throw it at the dragon's face.
And then it becomes your pet.
Thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well. 'Twould seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Lore. I don't want to travel with you. I can't be seen with you. You understand. My social status is too high. But We'll be there at the same time.
Sometimes I wonder if people have genetically white hair in this game, or if they just do a lot of bleaching.
Or they're under a hell of a lot of stress.
Oh, it's not just the dragons. There's actual, like, soldiers and stuff, not just the dragons. Right, the Dravanians are a people.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Iceheart.
The heretics.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
That's not how cycle breaking works. Are you just gonna become Shiva right now? Oh, shit. Oh, she was breaking the bubble. Ah.
Yeah, the
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Well, that's bad. Uh-oh. So we are going to wind up there in a Lindblom situation.
Like, suddenly, Atomos.
Hey, Tataru's back. Hooray. If you're looking for the Scions, they've already left for the Alliance nations. I do hope Ishgard will be saved. Considering recent history, will there be any amongst the Alliance willing to aid the Holy See? Ishgard has few friends at the bargaining table. Though I have never seen one myself, it is said that Dragon's Lair, just beyond the borders of my homeland. Oh, lair as a verb. Okay. Dragon's Lair just beyond the borders of my homeland. Should events take a turn for the worse, we are fortunate that this settlement is such a popular crossroads for so many veteran adventurers. The town has been calm through all this talk of war, but if those dragons come to Revenant's Toll, there will be panic aplenty, I'd wager. I don't think they're coming this far south. They're pretty focused, Hoary Boulder. I don't think we have to worry about them attacking this place. What am I doing? I can just teleport there.
I've always thought, as a side note, that it's really neat that, like, historically, Ishgard are the ones that, like, created the Eorzean Alliance before it was initially disbanded, and then they're the ones that are just like, no, I don't want a part of that when it's getting put back together.
They're such snooty assholes.
Oh, you know, that kind of reminds me of the way Sony were for Final Fantasy XIV was like, hey, Xbox, do you want to do do you want to do cross platform play? And then when Xbox decided it no longer wanted to snub that idea, Sony just like, yeah, you snubbed us, why wouldn't we snub you back?
Yeah. It seems I was the swifter, Lore. You too, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. So, are we going to visit Harshfallen, or what? The murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the Gates of Judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. Dyspeptic Dragoon. There's a word I haven't heard in a long time. The Gates of Judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards, if our first line of defense can be so easily shattered. Well, we just watched it get destroyed. Oh yeah, this is the path to Ishgard. We watched the bubble get popped already. It's already popped, guys.
I do believe they have multiple layers of wards, so we've seen the first one get lowered.
Yeah, but the first one was on the other side of this gate. Like, these guys are on the outside of the bubble that just got popped. Heretic scum! How dare they meddle with our divine protections! I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one.
It is amusing to me that because of them making flight available here, you can now just go around the gate like this. I am literally on the other side of the gate right now.
Yeah, I saw. We need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. 'Twould seem the heretics... Go on.
Sorry. No, you go ahead.
'Twould seem the heretics struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates, and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned of the heretics' treachery. Is that just what you call everything they do? Is a heretic having a bowl of Cheerios in the morning treachery? Does that count? Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders, and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Emmerich awaits you. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Harshfallen will know where Sir Emmerich means to receive us. Right? It's not treachery if they weren't on your side to begin with.
Yeah. I guess maybe they think it's like being like it's akin to the concept of being like a traitor to your nation or a race traitor or etc.
Yeah, the heretics do seem to be from Ishgard at the very least.
Yeah. Also, I know what dyspeptic means, but only because of soda.
I do not know what dyspeptic...
Okay, so...
I want Pepsi now.
So here's a funny little soda story. Years ago, I think back around the 1940s or 50s, this guy was in his convenience store distributing a soda that he was calling Brad's Drink. Eventually, Brad's Drink caught on, and they wanted to make it into like a brand soda. So they needed to rename it because Brad's Drink was a little bit unwieldy. So they were like, well, soda can help
Plum
a bit
Jam
with
left.
stomachache.
Sorry, I interrupted you. What?
It's all good. Soda can help a bit when you have stomachache, and that's dyspepsia. So why don't we call the soda Pepsi?
Ah,
Huh.
I'm literally drinking Pepsi.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
my
stand
favorite-
cola.
It's my favorite goofy little piece of trivia is that Pepsi was originally called Brad's Drink.
That's fun. So, the reason I stopped here and haven't gone inside is there was a player here whose character name was Plum Jam.
Oh yeah, a lot of people just have funny little food names.
Right, Alana? Cola sucks. Oh, it sucks so bad. I hate it so much.
I love Pepsi. Too much. It isn't good.
And here's
I
my
can
hot
enjoy a
take.
Coca-Cola.
Here's my hot take. There is no difference in taste between Coke and Pepsi.
I can definitely taste the difference. Coke is a lot less sweet.
"'Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart and my loins." But you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and would treat with you in the intercessory. I drink root beer and lemon lime stuff, like Sierra Mist or Sprite.
I have never had root beer. We don't
Really?
really do it here. Yeah, we don't really do it here in the UK.
Huh. Fair enough.
I can enjoy like a Pepsi or a Coke every now and then, but I couldn't imagine drinking them like a whole bunch in a row like some people do. But stuff like Sprite and lemon lime sodas, I can drink those all day.
I like orange soda too, but I haven't had it in a long time. "Greetings, madam. Shall I show you inside?" A buddy who has a legit Diet Coke addiction, and it's kind of scary. Are we talking like a 12-pack a day kind of thing? Or...
I often know said naked.
A lot of non-US people who try root beer just get the wintergreen medicinal flavors out of it, and they hate it.
Medicinal flavors? What?
What?
I kind of.
You guys didn't know that root beer was originally created as medicine?
No, it doesn't taste like it either.
I literally only know root beer from Americana stuff.
There's a wide variety of root beer, good and bad, but I've currently got a fridge, a 12-pack of mug root beer.
Well, I hope it's better than better than Hershey's chocolate. Oh God.
Oh, Hershey's chocolates taste like spoiled milk to me. I cannot stand it.
It literally has butyric acid added to it, which is the thing that makes vomit taste like vomit. Like, pretty much everybody, like my American relatives used to send me some of it, and it was like, this literally tastes like vomit.
I'm so sorry that they sent you the worst chocolate.
Yeah, they sent me bars of Hershey, Jelly Bellies, was it?
Jelly Bellies are okay.
There's too many flavors in them that I have absolutely no interest in trying.
Starburst jelly beans are better.
I've never had Starburst jelly beans, but I've had Starburst. I remember when they were called Apple Fruits. And
They're
also,
called what in England?
They used to be called Opal Fruits.
Starburst were? Interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah, and they also sent me a pack of Hershey's Kisses at one point. I was like, these are terrible. I will give them. I'll give them to like the people at my college course, so that I don't have to eat them myself, and no one liked them. They got a literal 0% approval rate.
I'm on a strict limit for how much candy I have. I buy myself candy 4 times a year: Easter, birthday, Halloween, and Christmas. And yeah, I don't get to eat candy as much as I would like to, but I need to restrain myself for my health.
I've been eating a lot lately, but I'm not drawn towards candy just because while I like sweet things, like I'll drink soda. Soda's sweet as hell. I just don't like how concentrated, literally just sugar candy is. Too much.
I was legit addicted to candy for a while, and I lost a bunch of teeth because of it.
I am.
So I went cold turkey for a while, and then I gave myself the 4 exceptions.
I guess I could see cold turkey as a reasonable thing to eat as a replacement for candy.
I'd be down for that, but yeah, I tend to like savory flavors more. But there's only so much I can eat. There's only so much meat I can eat without going horribly into debt. And York's puddings are not exactly the something I can just prepare constantly. Although, if I could, I would certainly end up being very, very fast from York's puddings.
I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. 1 sec, be right back. Hi, Cobweb. Out of the way.
Kitty. See you, Lana.
Later, Alana. Thanks for hanging out. Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. No, he needs to negotiate with us so we can help. I mean, I'm going to help anyway, but you know what I mean. On the contrary, Master Alphino, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estinian. What? So, are we going to try to kill each other now or later? May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon? An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. Yeah, I thought he went nuts. They're formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. What about me? I'm also... this would be really funny if I was a dragoon right now.
I just like you. I will jokingly say Estinian. Then Estinian shows up.
You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. If ever I was without equal, I am no longer, as my fellow Azure Dragoon here will attest. Be at ease,
there you go, Lord.
I did not come to challenge you this day. There we fucking go.
I got something different because I haven't done them. It's just, so you were the adventurer of whom they spoke. I see now why my blood fair sang in anticipation of our meeting.
Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. 'Twould seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history. Though once defeated by the hero Haldrath, the beast is said to have terrorized Kurthus since Ishgard's founding. Later, Totodile. Thanks for hanging out. Aye, many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldrath plucked from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, and one possessed of untold power. Yes, I am aware. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But it just got stolen. It got stolen by a Stydian. But those stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics. The dragons are another matter. They are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms, they who spend centuries in slumber, only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies, 20 years for him to gather his strength, and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. Seems like a Stydian and the Eye both returned to Ishgard despite the end of the Dragoon quests. Yeah, right? Like, that's weird. That's super weird. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Hey, Ox, thanks for the follow. Welcome aboard. Of that, we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the Eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander. Yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? 'Cause he wants us to kill the Dargans, Alphino. I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. And by you, I mean Lore, because you're made of wet tissue paper and 4 feet tall. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Kurthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garlean's arrival, that is, for you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Kurthus. They will not even have to draw steel. An imperial province sharing a border with Mordona. 7 hells. Very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. That is a very fancy way of turning your attitude around. You were not treating them like brothers a moment ago, Alphino. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar, allow me, Sir Emmerich. Through the power of the eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Yeah, Alphino, keep up. It's a whole thing. Fear not. I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you. Yeah, are you? Are you? You weren't the last time I saw you. And the eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go.
I mean, you did snap him out of there.
Did I? I thought he just booked it after I beat him.
You helped him regain his faculties, and then he kind of left to try and figure out himself a bit.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Apparently it led him back home.
Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. Then the worm who roared was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against Danafin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war.
By the way, Danafan is one of the saints of the 12. There's a story about how he fought against I believe it was a basilisk, and his method of preventing himself from being turned to stone by their gaze was to blindfold himself. He took mortal wounds, but he managed to protect the people that he was trying to protect, and was granted sainthood for his actions.
Cool.
Also, I forget. Was I around to tell you like the bit of translation weirdness when it came to the cutscene where Midgardstormer shoots an eye laser at you?
I don't believe you.
No.
So in the original, Midgardstormer basically, in summary, says, "Hey, Hydaelyn protecting you at the end of A Realm Reborn kind of fucked her up, and she needs time to recover. So I'm popping your pool floaties so that she doesn't have to try to protect you. And so I'm going to hang around you and be responsible for you for a little while because, you know."
And that was the request he was consenting to.
Yeah.
That was not communicated in English.
Yeah, for some reason they didn't include that in the English translation.
Which is weird because, like...
That's kind of important.
It's very important.
It really stands out considering how well the rest of the translation is.
I am painfully aware of the hypocrisy of our request and the self-inflicted nature of our predicament. But should it serve to deliver my people from their unkind fate, gladly shall I bow my head and beg for aid. I expect, nay, welcome, the coming storm of scorn and disdain. Yoshi P prefers the English version?
I guess because it's less vague, I don't know.
Huh.
I think Yoshi P might prefer the English version at large because, like, it's a very British English story, you see. But yeah.
I do not know whether to be offended or not. What?
I think he just thinks that the story might be like more suitably expressed in English, so to speak.
Huh. Interesting. Nidhogg. He is the source of our suffering. If we do not fell the worm, these endless clashes count for naught. Well, let's kill ourselves a Dargon, then. Kill ourselves a lot of Dargons. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will, at least, provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Emmerich was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Yeah, load me in a catapult and point me at them. It'll be fine. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the antecedent. Alright, well, pray return.
Yeah, I guess I can understand, like, preferring, like, the fact that Midgardsormr doesn't show his hand in English. In a sense, if you're, like, really engaged in writing the game's story, there's some excitement to, like, being like, I prefer it when he doesn't explain exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's also not uncommon for the Japanese fan bases to prefer the English dubs to their original language. Honestly, I think it's probably due to the same the same issues that result in a lot of people insisting that dubs are bad and only subs are good. Like, you can't necessarily tell the quality of the acting favorably or negatively if you don't fluently speak the language, because you can't pick up the subtle issues.
I'm a little sad to know that in the Japanese dub of King of the Hill, Boomhauer is just perfectly comprehensible, apparently.
What? What?
Wow.
That misses
He's comprehensible in English if you're paying enough attention, but like...
Oh, I mean, like, you can make out what he says just fine, but...
Yeah, they don't do anything to obfuscate it in Japanese, apparently.
That removes the point of the character. A lot of people prefer the ghost stories dubbed to the sub. Yeah, gee, I wonder why.
Apparently the English version of Kingdom Hearts is a lot more popular in Japan than the Japanese version.
Really?
To the point where the final mixes always have the English dub instead of the Japanese dub.
Interesting.
I will say, I feel like the performances, I've heard some bits and pieces in both languages of 14. After the voice cast changes and I think they get a voice director for the English version in Heavensward, I feel like they're about...
And as opposed to just being directed by Steve from accounting?
That's what it feels like in A Realm Reborn, at least, that there's no voice direction.
Thancred, no!
Bad Thancred, down!
At least her Moon Brita no was a little bit more convincing.
True.
Yeah, Ghost Stories, I haven't watched Ghost Stories, but from everything I've read and heard about it, is such a fascinating piece of work. Because as far as I've gathered, the Japanese version that plays itself completely straight is awful. It's bad, it's boring, it's poorly written, it's poorly acted, it's just terrible. But it got handed to a localization team in English and said, we do not give a shit about this, just localize it and make some money for us. And they decided it was unsalvageable, and so they did whatever the fuck they wanted and put out basically an abridged series.
Yeah, more or less.
There's actually a video that actually did research into that, and that's actually a misconception and misinformation.
Really?
Yeah. The show did, like, middling in its Japanese broadcast release. It had a lot to compete with, so it's not surprising that it didn't do well. It has a bit of a, cult following in Japan, but it wasn't exactly super successful. But, like, it wasn't loads, and the people didn't feel like it wouldn't make any money. The localizer just got it, and he felt that way, so he decided to fuck with it. And he's apparently, like, among his peers, considered to kind of be a jackass that just does this to projects to satisfy himself.
Wow. Well, it worked this time, at least.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
Just don't hand him anything important, I guess.
At least that's what I've heard. Who knows if I'm wrong? Like,
I do think that Digimon being more somber in Japanese, or Digimon Season 1 being more somber in Japanese, is an upgrade in the English version. I think it being more manic and chatty is a good thing. So I do prefer that, at least.
Yeah. I can understand both arguments for Digimon, be it the sub or the dub. But I prefer the dub myself, just because it does know when to take it seriously for the most part, and when it's quite happy to break loose, it can actually be really quite funny.
Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. Thank you for the reminder of the theme song, Count Bob.
love that my least favorite Digimon season has the best English opening.
Which one?
Frontier.
That's season 4, right?
Yeah.
The one where they
It's the
become
one where-
Digimon?
Yeah, which totally ruins the whole appeal of Digimon for me.
It's about the partner human dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also why, well, one of the reasons, but besides the fact that it's obviously for a younger demographic, it's also kind of why I don't really care for Digimon Fusion / Cross Wars, because that ends up having like one character with a load of Digimon and then a couple of extra humans that don't have Digimon at all, and it's like, where's the partner dynamic?
That's weird. How do you miss the point of Digimon that hard? Anyways. I forgot about Alphinaud's fucking platform shoes.
He's gotta be tall. You don't understand.
Well, he's failing. He's failing to be tall.
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
Yep, everyone's dead. Sorry, guys, we missed a party.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Company.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified. Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
Yeah, where's Tataru? Tataru should be in on this.
Alphinaud is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go.
Listen, aim me at the dragons. I'll save some innocent Catholic elves. I'll let some of the asshole ones get eaten, but, you know.
Everybody needs a hobby.
Everybody needs a hobby? And mine is just watching dragons toss back asshole elves. Cheers to that.
The path we now embark upon is perilous. But I pray you will walk with us to the end.
Listen, I'm the one who's going to be doing the walking here, so it's more that you guys will be walking with me.
For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
I hate the noise people's feet make on rugs in this game so much.
Slap, 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 slap.
Squonk, 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 squonk.
When my friend was playing through through Sonic Adventure 1, every time like one of Robotnik's machines is destroyed, like rather than a proper explosion noise, there's this weird splat noise.
Weird.
It kind of sounds like a fart.
It's like
It's the animal inside getting conjured back into existence. Generating a small woodland animal makes a splort noise, don't you know? Alright, before I assist with the preparations being made for the defense of Ishgard, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back in a minute, guys.
have fun. Teddy, my my static made it to the second to last. No, made it to the last mechanic in the current Savage.
Congratulations.
I then got so kind of excited that we'd made it past the mechanic that was just kind of getting us stuck that I totally forgot how to do the last one. Yeah, got a little too giddy.
I mean, it's nice. It's nice to be happy about achievements and, you know, develop skills. I'm speaking from my throat again. I can just ease it on back down to the clavicles. There we go.
I mean, I could. I'm sure I could do that, but then Laura would moan at me for doing it again.
Well, you just went full on as deep as you could go.
I mean, I'm not exactly practiced in lowering my voice.
Yeah, once you start to kind of mess around with it, you're kind of able to have like a visualization and understanding of where you're speaking from, and you can kind of do more moderate, you know, pitching.
Yeah, but I'm kind of content sticking with my normal kind of voice.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not recommending that you change yours.
I know.
During the ad break, I got the ad for Papa John's where the girl eats all the pepperoni off the pizza, and that commercial makes me so mad. Eat the pizza. Just eat the whole pizza. I'm going to make you mad. I eat exclusively pepperoni pizza, and I always pick the pepperoni off and eat it before I eat the rest of the pizza. I do it slice by slice. Like I'll pick up a slice, I'll pick off the pepperoni, I'll eat the pepperoni, then I'll eat the slice, but hate to break it to you, man.
Meanwhile, I don't eat pizza.
Confessing your pizza sins.
Is there a reason you don't eat pizza, or do you just not like the taste?
I don't like flavors mixing. I've got a bit of a taste sensitivity, so when there's multiple flavors present, I just get a bit of sensory overload.
Gotcha. She's just ruining the whole pizza for everyone else. Yeah, it's like the point of the commercial is that she's an asshole. But yeah. I have bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. The small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support I leave to Alphino. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Revenant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Kurthus. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Pray, brief Slaffborn on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest that you have Tataru accompany you? Hell yes! Hell yes! She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges we may encounter.
Minfield is just like, I'm so glad we have Alphino now. I don't have to do the politics anymore.
Yeah, make the kid do it.
Well, I think it's less that she's making him do it and more like, oh shit, I can't stop him from doing it. Might as well just let him.
One sec. Be right back at a clean up cat bar.
Oh, ew.
Cats are so funny. They just go about their business and just eject stuff from their body. They do that weird undulating thing before they bark.
I mean, it's because of the way they groom themselves, obviously. It's like, I will swallow as much hair as possible.
Cats are also prone to like overeating, just because there's something about cat behavior that just makes them just very willing to eat excessively, and a lot of them will eat too much and then yuck.
So what you're saying is cats are my spirit animal.
Kinda. I mean, yeah. It's not a surprise that you're a cat boy in Final Fantasy. The most interesting phenomenon to me about the communities that I'm adjacent to in Final Fantasy XIV is that I have seen a very large amount of furries who are very reticent to get into Final Fantasy XIV because Hrothgar are not furry enough for them.
Oh?
Really?
Yes, I have seen a large amount of gay man furries say, I'll stick to WoW. They have better furry races.
Which is funny considering how often WoW players complain about Final Fantasy XIV being fairy bait. It's like, have you seen the verses in your game?
Yeah, World of Warcraft does have more furry options, but like, it's really funny to me that it's just like, WoW heads will be like, Final Fantasy XIV is such a furry anime bait game, and then WoW's just standing there being the way it is.
with minotaurs, werewolves, fox people.
Yeah, funny little
Panda
fox
bears.
people, pandas.
Yeah.
God,
like,
WoW really does have a lot of furries in it, doesn't it?
It's like wow, we have one fairy race and some races with cat ears and bunny ears. You guys have that.
You have a bunch of anthros, WoW. Come on.
And it's also really weird how often they call Final Fantasy XIV an anime-looking game when
it is.
I mean, it's also got a relatively realistic-looking art style, like a bit more, obviously not fully realistic, but compared to WoW, where everything is very cartoony.
So, Minfilia has committed the Scions to Ishgard's cause, has she? Though she makes her pronouncements with unshakable confidence, I can only imagine how agonizing it was for her to arrive at this decision. So many lives at stake. Wow, there's nobody here. Just Flamin and Higiri and nobody else besides Tataru. The threat of war sows panic and confusion, and routine tasks can offer a calming stability, being sure the larder is properly stocked, for instance. Alright, Tataru. You're with me. We are rather close to Kurthus, aren't we? We'd best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out, just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, Lore. I've 101 things to discuss with Slaffborn. She just fucking books it.
She's a
Tataru
very
is the best Scion.
Wait, WoW now has dragon people? Also, I must have missed the foxes at some point.
WoW did the smallest brain thing possible with the dragon people, in my opinion, though, because they were like, we're introducing a new race and a new class, haha. The race can only be this one class, and the class can only be this one race. What?
Yeah.
Well, that's lame. That's lame.
Yeah, I mean, it's even worse than when they did like the demon hunters, who could only be the night elves or the Blood Elves? One race per side?
I think they eventually eased more races into Demon Hunter, but yeah. It's weird. World of Warcraft has strange behaviors.
Yeah, I think what they allowed in were the other elf variants, so you can still only be an elf.
And so I'd like you to spread the word to the settlers and adventurers in town. It works because a lot of the class quote-unquote features are things like using your dragon breath, which you can do because you're literally a dragon.
Yeah, but what if I was a cool dwarf and I breathed fire?
That'll have been some spicy ale.
Yeah.
I appreciate the warning. If war is coming to Kurthus, then the toll must be made ready. I don't think I've ever seen a dwarf NPC in any WoW cinematic ever. Like, I always forget that dwarves are in WoW. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a dwarf character in any WoW media, period.
You know what else you've never seen never seen any other WoW cutscenes?
You.
The player.
Yeah, the player.
And I think you tend to see one gnome at most.
I appreciate the warning. If war is coming to Kurthus, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary, as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favor. Have they? Have they done well by us in the past? They kind of just barely tolerate us.
I mean, they've been sending us supplies ever since we started.
Oh, right, that did happen. Okay, never mind, I take it back. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, and I am certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at this siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf, and you might try your luck here in Revenant's Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will answer your call to arms. Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse. I love how she just fucking books it.
She is a very driven woman.
Hello, tall person. Ah, it's a row. Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard. Alright, bye.
You breathed at her direction, she was like, fuck Ishgard, fuck off.
Oh god, they're catching it from me. It's contagious. Ishgard sounds like she's in a right mess, but that ain't what I wanted to talk to you about. I need you to cast your mind back to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little Alamigo by the name of Wilred was there with the Fourth that day, and I want to know if you've seen him since. Have ye? God damn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. But that ain't all. Around the time Wilred stopped turning up for duty, them black market weapons went missing from our vault in Ul'dah. So now, of course, half the brave suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Folk like to believe our company's a disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more than a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing that binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all. That and the steady pay. Now, compared to most others in this crew, Wilred's a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp amongst wolves. But the boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And then, and this is just between you and me, mind, there's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me about something queer he'd noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not adding up. Aye, there's a villain at the end of this trail I've stumbled on, and I'll bet me good eye it ain't young Wilred. Any road, you've got a war to wage, so I'll let you get on. I just thought someone should know. I'll be seeing you, Lore. I first met Wilred when he was in the little Alamegan resistance that was being preyed upon by the Ascians, giving them information on how to summon a primal, right?
Yeah, they were planning to summon Ralga as a primal.
Yeah.
Not realizing it would be a primal.
This Miqo'te is named Squeaky Rage Cat. So Ishgard seeks cell swords to bolster its ranks, eh? Though I'm not sure I like the sound of this siege. Those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. Will they? It is Ishgard. But I have pledged myself to guard Revenant's toll. Modest work though it is, I am loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do? What to do? Angular adventurer? Well, you don't have to go in on him. Volunteer my services in the defense of Ishgard? I think not. Dragons claim the lives of every one of my brothers. I do not mean to offer them mine. 'Twas to escape such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventurer in the first place. I would sooner die in the pursuit of fortune than huddled behind an icy wall. Man, every time people send me to recruit people, I am god-awful at it. I am just the worst at this. Nobody I pick wants to do what I say. Why do they send me on these jobs?
Not only does no one want to do what you say, you seem to be infecting everyone with your francophobia. Alright, I forget this little garden terrace dining area is a ruin to join.
Sell me blade to the Ishgardians? Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd slay me fair share if the coin was good. I've worked for one of them knights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody hawk, he did. Still, I'd put up with worse than that for a heavy purse. Finally, someone!
At least you did a good job recruiting for the New Year event.
I like to imagine that the Warrior of Light is just known in Eorzea for just jumping off of buildings.
And somehow always surviving the fall and being fine.
If you hear a loud thump without a grunt of pain, you just shrug it off and you're like, that must have been the Warrior of Light.
Heidelin's protection extends as far as her ankles.
It's like, oh god, the bone-shattering noise. Must be the Warrior of Light again.
There you are, Lore. So, did you sway any hearts? Tataru, it's me. You know I didn't. 1 or 2, eh? Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4, not including Slaffborn's friends. Watch as we talked specifically to Slaffborn's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army, but I'd say one Revenant's Toll veteran is worth a dozen clanking knights at least.
I love your optimism, Tara, no places it may be.
Oh, I've been so caught up with recruiting that I almost forgot. There's been word from Alphino. Apparently, the Alliance leaders are convening in Ul'dah to discuss Ishgard's plight, and they've requested your presence, as usual. Anyway, you'd best make your way to Ul'dah, or you'll be late. Alphino said that he would meet you on the Royal Promenade. To the steps of Nald.
Elena in chat says, pain is temporary, broken legs can be healed, it's fine.
Don't even need to. Hydaelyn protects my legs and ankles. I will never break a bone falling off of a cliff.
Did you know that in reality there are actually clinics that break your legs in a very specific way?
Oh, to make you taller?
Yes.
Yeah, it's so fucked up.
It's interesting. Like, I understand having body goals and doing things to get your body the way you want. And I think, if nothing else, that, like, really shows the dedication some people have.
I actually have a very slight twist in my left leg. Apparently, the only way they would have been able to fix it would be to break my leg and have it set itself through healing in a new position.
Well, you were growing up, right? They can't do it now?
I have no idea.
They might be able to do it now. If you can get taller from having your legs broken, you might be able to fix a twist by having your legs broken.
That's fine. I just have a slight. I just have a slight drift.
This guy is called Trust Issues.
I was surprised you didn't notice him when you first walked in. I thought you were looking at him.
No, I was looking at the lady with a weird name that I've already forgotten. Lolo Hontas is a heck of a name.
I love the weird names people choose to have in this game.
Oh, it's an Orin cosplayer. Orin Farplane. With a wind-up Yuna.
That's cute. That's fun.
Oh, the wind-up Yuna is adorable.
Since we're talking about him, I'm going to summon my wind-up Palom.
Oh yeah, it's not really a spoiler because you meet them literally immediately, but there are a pair of twins in Fire Emblem Engage that I've completely ignored the real names of, and I've just been calling them Palom and Porom.
Palom's such a dick, but he's a fun one. I love the description here. Based on one half of a pair of twin mages, this charming minion brings an air of mischief wherever it goes. The tales say that the real Palom mastered the dark arts by the age of 5, though one has to question whether teaching dangerous magic to small children is really such a good idea. And summon your Palom minion. Try not to break it.
Jeez.
Oof.
I love it.
My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. I had hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent requests for an audience have prompted a gathering of the council. Needless to say, I felt obliged to attend. The Alliance leaders are already seated within. Let us join them, shall we?
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
Uldar has none.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphino. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard. Not when our own homes are still under siege.
Well, the Eldons definitely can't, because they've got some shit going on.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Telegi Adalegi and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords?
What do you think the adventurers are, Alphino?
Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest.
She does have a point, Alphino.
If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again.
Okay. This sounds like it's going to say find 7 of your strongest friends. I assume there used to be a trial here, but there isn't anymore, and now it's only a single-player event?
Yes.
Correct. Because the trial
in the game.
sucked ass. Yeah.
Ah.
It was probably the most boring content in the game.
Oof.
Yeah. People used to refer to it as walking simulator.
I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. Your Grace?
Oh, right. She's an idealist. What's she gonna do here?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Oh, no. She's worried about her upcoming announcement of the transformation of Uldan to a republic. Right.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
It's really interesting to me how, like, Alphino is, like, 17, basically. Or is he 16 at this point? I forget.
16, I think.
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
a Bleach
yeah.
fan.
Yeah, he's, like, 16, and he has... And the writers have no hesitation to show how much of a 16-year-old he is.
Yeah.
In his behavior. And I think that's neat.
He's a well-written character.
Yeah.
It really is.
Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into leading a contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger. But I fear we have been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Harshfall and Sir Emmerich to their fate. We must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as Eorzea's guardians. Captain Ilbert, what news? Then the assault has begun? We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit will join House Durandare at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons alongside the knights, and thin the Dravanian horde ere they descend upon Ishgard. I will join you as soon as I am able. No, Alphino, you're staying the hell out of the fight, because you're like 12 and not a fighter. We're going to throw me at the dragons.
We'll join you as soon as I am able.
Might be a couple years.
Yeah.
Lore, I would have you and your adventurer allies bolster the defenses at the Steps of Faith. Report first to Sir Marceline at the Gates of Judgment, and he will direct you to where you are needed most. May the gods grant us victory. He can do Arcanist things like summon a fluffy pet. Oh, whoops. Hitting escape canceled my teleprod. Weird.
That'll do that, yeah.
I feel like Ulda's themes are some of the songs I the most associate with Final Fantasy XIV.
Even the 1.0 stuff, like Twilight Over Thanalan.
Yeah.
Because we hear that in a lot of cutscenes.
It's some good music. Like, okay, I'm still using a non-14 track as my 14 lead-in music because I haven't found anything in 14 that I want to put on repeat and just listen to. Because it's all either stuff that, you know, I don't care one way or the other about, or is very specifically constructed to have crescendos and dips and lulls based on its positioning in the story and the environment. And you don't get as many straightforward, consistent songs in this game so far.
You will.
I'm not saying I won't. I'm saying I'm trying to explain to you why you keep showering me with songs and I'm still using.
I understand.
I'm still using the same track from 7 Remake.
the Soken's use of leitmotifs will very, very much build up.
Yeah, like right now the standard like dungeon boss theme is not. It's like not too notable. It's very easy to forget. Once you get into Heavensward and especially Stormblood is when the boss themes. It's like, oh okay, I recognize this theme, and yeah.
And then we have Insatiable, which might be my favorite boss theme in Final Fantasy.
Ooh.
That's Shadowbringers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like finality on Blade's Edge from Endwalker are fantastic as well, but even they don't quite beat Insatiable. Oh, the violins.
You are the appointed captain of the sellsword contingent? Then welcome! Person who I have had no verification as to their identity. There is no shortage of blade work to be done. Well, it's not a blade that I'll be using, Marceline. As we speak, Dravanian skirmishing parties are harrying positions across the Central Highlands. I've assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks, and for the present I would have you join them. This is, of course, merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. The wily serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain on the steps of faith and continue our preparations. When the Horde arrives in force, they shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once their advanced skirmishers are slain.
The one of the people he recruited's here.
Hey! Oh no, the dyspective...
The Dyspeptic Dragoon?
Yeah. That guy was already... That guy was already here.
Nah, the one I'm right next to here. It's the one that was debating whether or not to come.
I wonder if anyone's used Pepsis on this Dragoon yet.
We need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. No, this is somebody who was here before, Danny. I talked to this person earlier.
Like, literally right next to me. Pixel's in the way.
Oh. I should not have left the toll. Ah, I see. You just can't interact with them.
Yeah.
Ironic that they left the toll and now this is taking the toll.
Want to add me to the party so we don't fight twice the enemies?
Sure. Right click. Invite to party.
Cool.
Oh, was that mount like a molestation mount? Or not a molestation, a long stone event or whatever.
Which one?
The Golden Gabriel.
Oh no, it's from a certain Shadowbringers content.
Yeah, why did Lore have it?
Hammy gave it to him.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Because I have the non-golden version of that.
I've got both.
Yeah, Hammy gave me that and the Ellison mount.
The Ellison mount?
The Darmel.
Oh, okay.
So wait, you had to group together with 7 people and do this? back and
No,
forth
no.
across the Highlands?
No, it's a different thing.
I was going to say, that would have been the walking simulator you guys were talking about.
Nah, there was it was a trial. It's just not a good one. I'm so glad you can fly here nowadays. I had to ride all the way around.
Should we add Milena to the party?
She seems to be doing this as a botanist.
Oh, well, never fucking mind then. All right. At some point, I should get back to leveling. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of this gate. I should get back to leveling classes and prepping stuff to level 30, so that I can do class quests and do that for like a month or whatever. But there's just been so much else to do in this game.
Yeah.
To be fair, Lore, most people play through the game on 1 or 2 classes. Finish, like, get up to current content, and then if they're really feeling it, they go back and they, do all the class quests and such. So, no shame in just being like, I'm interested in this and going for that.
Fair enough. What news, adventurer? The reinforcements. To shreds, you say? Dravanian devils, damn their scaly hides. Hold fast to your grief and fury, my lady. We will avenge the deaths of your fellows in the battle to come.
How about his wife?
I'm gonna confess, I don't actually know what I'm referencing. I just know that it's a reference.
It's Futurama.
Oh, it's Futurama.
It's like, what's this about my old comrade? To shreds, you say? How is his wife holding up? To shreds, you say? Terrible, horrible news, everybody. Was his apartment rent controlled? And then they move in.
Ere you commit yourself to the siege, you should know what it is you are tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgment lie the steps of faith, a great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. More than simply a means to cross the Sea of Clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for the arcane wards that form the barrier we call Danifin's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outermost layer, that thrice-damned witch, Iceheart, stripped the bridge of its protection, and thus are the dragons now able to land unhindered upon the steps of faith. Which I'm sure is blasphemy, yada yada yada. Should the Dravanians succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm within the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. It shall be our task as defenders to prevent any harm from coming to those parts of the bridge wherein the wards are sealed. 3 yet remain, and we have dispatched our forces accordingly. I would ask you and your comrades to accompany our defenders at the outermost ward. I should hope that includes us as well, yes? Estinian? Oh no, it's my bros. And the Y'shtola. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn? We could not well stand idly by while the Horde threatens the good people of Ishgard. Indeed, to do otherwise would go against all that Master Louisoix has taught us. I'm guessing this is the replacement for your allies, is the Scions show up instead.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So. I'm pretty sure that it didn't pop up here, if I recall correctly.
As for where we may be of most assistance, I think it prudent we divide into 2 groups. Ida and I will join the rear guard. What is being reflected in your goggles, Ida? That's not a picture of what we're inside.
If anything, it kind of looks like the outside of it.
Yeah. That's a snowscape from outside. What the hell?
Oh, okay, so in most games, reflection textures aren't live based on the situation around them.
Oh, yeah,
it's
no,
just
I know.
a generic image, yeah. So that is the reflective texture for this area of the game.
I will very quickly buy a brick. I'll be right back.
They probably... I think this is like a somewhat quickly cobbled replacement cutscene, so I don't think they really thought about that detail very hard.
Yeah, who's going to be looking, right? Despite it being
Yeah.
dead center of the screen and bright and shiny.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, it's a Realm Reborn.
If the dragons should reach us, we'll be sure to give them what for. Thank you, all of you. Pray, speak with me again when your preparations are complete, and together we shall stand against the Horde. I'm told the first commander of the Temple Knights, Lucia, will be leading their forces. By all accounts, it would seem we're in quite capable hands. Have you... Wait. Hang on. Only Menphilia, Alphino, and I have met Lucia. As far as these guys know, she's our imaginary friend. Oh, sorry, I'm standing inside you, Papalimo. My bad.
But yes, instead of that cutscene, you would have gotten the Steps of Faith is now available.
Yeah. Would that we could say with certainty that none of the wards will be breached, but our enemy is resourceful. No matter what happens, we cannot let them cross this bridge. The dragons may never again have such an opportunity to strike at the Holy See. You can be certain they will not squander it, so we must be vigilant. I'm going to have to boot Danny from the party, aren't I? Because it's a solo duty. All right, Marceline.
Abandoned.
So we've had a revelation, Danny. Thancred, Y'shtola, Ida, and Papalimo have never met Lucia.
Yeah, I had the whole thing.
Oh, okay. I trust you are ready, then. Good. Come, let us make for the battlefield.
Well, this is all going to be a new experience for me.
Oh, that's a big boy Dargan. All right. Let me at that one. That's a cool Dargan. I like this one. Is this Nidhogg? How many eyes have you got? Okay, you've got both your eyes. That's not Nidhogg.
Bishop.
Bisharp? We're fighting a Bisharp? This thing's way cooler than... Actually, it is kind of spiky like a Bisharp. Accept the fury into your heart. No, I've got the destroyer in my heart. Okay, I can move now. Cool. Oh, shit. Oh, that is a big boy. All right.
Let's finish this quickly, shall we?
I shall make it quick.
That was not Taliesin Jaffe. This is a voice recorded from the new cast, isn't it? I didn't like that Thancred voice as much as Taliesin Jaffe.
To be fair, you've only just had one line, and give him a chance.
Oh, maybe I should be going up to fight the... Ah! Why can't I target anything?
There might not be time in the duty for you to do it. Don't worry, there are multiple wards for the barriers, so when you're at 30%, that doesn't mean it's about to lose. It just means the first barrier is about to go.
Oh, that's gonna hit the entire battlefield. Oh, uh-oh. Everybody's off their feet. Oh, shit, except for Lucia. You gonna put up a shield for us, Lucia, or what? Oh, okay, I made it.
Ether, to me.
Oh, shit! This is cool!
Yeah, it looks like they turned a kind of boring trial into, like, basically the first really interesting single player.
Oh, this is get away from everybody, right?
I wouldn't say the first anymore, thanks to the new version of Cape Westwind and the new La Habrea.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, the old way, it was basically just follow him and attack his feet. Also, there were ads.
Every now and then you like scale a tower and hook at him. That's it.
Or at least
one of the people in your party does.
Yeah, and
oh, I should not have been standing in the middle of the battlefield. Holy crap! Thanks for the heal, Yashola.
I love that they have distinct names for their spells, like Cure 2 of the 7th Dawn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bunch of ads. Uh-oh. That I can't target. Oh, uh-oh. You'll see the things here. Fall back and help the others guard the ward. Oh, out of the way. Ah! This is a cool fight.
Yeah, it's unlike the previous version.
No holding back.
Oh, that's a much better Ida voice. Target the goddamn enemy. God damn it. I don't want to target Papalimo. I want to target the Horde Evis. Yeah, it does kind of feel like an actual war. You're right.
If actual wars had dragons.
What?
I said if actual wars had dragons, I suppose.
This one'll sting.
This version of Bishop is actually slightly shorter than he used to be.
Oh, shit. Okay, I definitely should have been dead there. Thanks for the invincibility and heal, I guess.
You currently have a stasis effect probably given to you by Y'shtola, Bravery of the Seventh Dawn, increasing your attack power.
Oh, cool. Fall back, but he's not even at 50% health.
I love that, like, they talked about dragons having different perceptions of time than us, and how they, will sleep for like a dozen years and then return like the war never happened. And I'm just thinking it's like taking a power nap in the middle of a fucking war, waking up and ready to fight again.
Okay, that's a Stydian voice. All right. Stop targeting allies. I want to target enemy. Fuck. All right, you guys just kill the enemies because I can't target them apparently.
Are you using left and right on the D-pad to target your enemies?
I'm pressing X and it's auto-targeting.
I think X just targets like the nearest. If you press left and right on the D-pad, you will.
I have been doing that to fix my targeting. Yes.
Yeah, up and down is allies and left and right is enemies.
I should get out of the center of the pathway, actually.
This is bigger than mine.
We're not going to be able to kill this thing before it takes down the final barrier.
Duty complete.
Oh, balls. Knight and Resolve? I have to beat him before they turn tail and flee?
No, look at Lucia.
Where is she? Oh, I see. Okay. You can turn off targeting NPCs if you're just going to be DPS. Oh, I would love to do that. Remind me to do that when I get control again. Alright, Night Dragoon, how are you hitting from there? You're like 30 feet away from Bishop.
She's inside the targeting circle.
That's a thumbnail, I hope. Oh, or maybe that'll be the thumbnail. Unless there's an even cooler dragon that we're going to fight before this is over. Da-da-da-da-da!
That was actually engaging, unlike the old version.
Yeah. That was pretty tense, actually.
Yeah, sometimes in the normal version it wouldn't even break the first barrier. But it would still take forever to get to the first barrier.
Well, this guy is ancient by the standards of this game. Wow, look at him. Look at those wrinkles. The dragons, they're withdrawing. Victory is ours. That Lala is adorable.
I like that she has a bit of a mature energy to her with the glasses and the haircut.
Like
that's a Lalafell that I can believe is an adult.
Yeah. One of Nidhogg's greatest champions, slain. The Horde will not soon recover from this blow. But what of you, Nidhogg? Why did you not join your minions and make of this battle a slaughter? Have you grown so fond of the stench of your lair? Oh, he's just up here with the corpse of a big-ass Dargon he killed. Mayhap you prefer to have your allies fight your battles for you. You have a girl to do your bidding now, do you not? No matter. I shall slay Iceheart and all the rest. But I yearn to spill the blood of a great worm, Nidhogg, and only your death will sate my lance. Fuck, bye!
Lancers love to just ride Aether Currents.
Okay, target filter settings. Enable target cycling, yes. While weapon is sheathed, it cycles through all of these. While weapon is drawn, it cycles through only these. So I just unselect NPCs objects.
NPCs and objects on the right side.
Okay. There. There.
Then again, you might need objects on if you want to interact with various things that happen in the duties.
We'll figure it out.
Fuck. You're right.
That's when Lore puts away his item, or puts away his weapon.
Oh,
I don't know how to do that on controller.
Withdraw with a left analog stick click.
Yep. The famed dragoons of Ishgard commanding the skies of battle was truly a sight to behold. One of the sights ever, I agree. Whew, that was exhausting. 'Tis a rare opportunity to find oneself confronted with so terrible a foe, rarer still to emerge victorious. I should hope we need not contend with more of Nidhogg's champions. Where's Thancred? Oh, he's inside Pixel. It was a close victory, but a victory nonetheless. I think we have earned a brief respite.
I think on Discord, Lore's muted.
Oh.
Yeah.
How about that? Can you hear me now? Nope, wrong button. There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I have a toggle button for my mic that I occasionally press by accident.
Fair enough.
Lore, the dragons are routed! Lest you wonder, the fighting at the Steel Vigil was also fierce, but my crystal braves were not found wanting. Oh, it's you. Come to join the party, finally? Commander Loreweaver, Lore, true to your word, you arrived to aid us in our hour of need. On behalf of the Holy See and the people of Ishgard, I offer you my humble thanks. Though I would stay and lavish you with well-deserved praise, I fear I must away to oversee the aftermath of the siege. Not all the dragons are fled, and there are yet wounded to be carried from the field. Pray, let us meet anon, that I might express my thanks with the proper courtesy. This sounds like the orchestral version of a track out of one of the early Final Fantasies.
Huh.
It really does, actually. I could see this coming from 4 through 6.
So, shows that Sokka knows what he's doing.
We have indeed achieved a victory of singular importance. With the Dravanian horde thus weakened and scattered, the threat to Ishgard has been greatly diminished. And, mayhap equally significantly, the Holy See must now recognize the necessity of cooperation with foreign powers. Long have they barred their gates against the outside world, but I am confident that the day will soon come when Ishgard proclaims itself a member of the Eorzean Alliance once more. Much have we sacrificed in our struggles against dragons and primals, the Ascians and the Empire. But, step by unfaltering step, we march ever nearer to our goal. And, as ever, the journey is made with you in the van. The victory you have won this day gives us greater hope for the morrow. 'Tis a hope that shall sustain us in the days to come, and bear us past the many evils that yet seek to hinder our progress. Yes, we have done well, my friend, and I, for one, would take a moment to savor the enormity of our achievement. Yep, I'm pretty awesome. Bring in the praise. Come on. We actually did all pull our weight this time around. The demands of duty, however, allow me little time for levity. I must accompany Captain Ilbert back to Ul'dah and reassign those braves whose squad suffered heavy losses. You, my friend, have earned a rest at the Rising Stones. Pray return to Revenant's Toll and share your tale with Minfilia in person. We will see to informing the other nations of what took place here. Do be sure to give our regards to Minfilia. You know, it wasn't a big deal to record one line for Thancred and just slot it in when they added this in recently. But I kinda wish they had tracked down Taliesin Jaffe, had him come in and record one line. Just to have it fit with the rest of the Realm Reborn. We will see to informing the other nations of what took place here. Do be sure to give our regards to Minfilia. Steel Xenozen with his contemporary modern day outfit. Are you smoking? Is that a cigarette in your hand? Okay, no, it's a ring. Yeah, it does look like Snow a little.
Snow's outfit is on the Mog Station shop.
Cool, I don't want it. Snow sucks.
Harsh.
There's a lot of blandness and boringness to Final Fantasy XIII, and he is among the blandest and most boring of all. Which is especially egregious, because they were going for the exact opposite.
Of 2 mil now.
Pray return! Okay, so, question. This is not me saying I'm about to end the stream. I intend to go for at least another hour. But how far through 2.55 would you say I am?
You are about the halfway point.
Oh, I can finish it all today then.
Awesome. I don't believe that there are any more duties along the way, so
walk and talk. Just walking and talking for the next 2.5 hours.
There'll be plenty of story to see, though.
Hey, Minfilia, I killed a dragon. And not like one of the little bitch dragons, a real one. Lore, welcome back. Alphino sent word of the siege, and, of course, of the role you played in ending it. Your deeds never cease to amaze me, Lore. Thank you. I already talked to Tataru. They had nothing new to say. They were in the exact same positions with the exact same characters as the last time I went through and talked to them all. Options. Quick or skill speed or spell speed. I guess I'll go with spell speed. Achievement unlocked. Broken bridges. Wow, I got no EXP from that fight. The only EXP I got was from turning in the quest. Huh, fair enough.
Well, it's patch content, so it's not exactly meant to level you up.
Oh, of course, no. You must be weary, Lore, and now may very well be your only chance to... Antecedent! Septataro. Aw, that little wave. A messenger from Ul'dah arrived with a missive for you. The royal seal. Curious indeed. An invitation. On behalf of the Council of the Eorzean Alliance, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul'Namo invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to attend a feast at the Royal Palace of Ul'Dah in honor of Ishgard's recent victory. It would seem we are to be recognized for our part in lifting the siege, you for your valiant efforts as commander of the adventurers' contingent, and the Archons for their earnest attempts to rouse the city-states. Truly, I find it strange that the Alliance leaders should think themselves deserving of a place at such a celebration. All three refused to deploy their standing armies, preferring to send hastily assembled companies of sellswords, many of whom perished ere the siege began. Are they truly so brazen as to seek to share in the glory of your triumph? But mayhap they simply seek a pretext to meet with the Ishgardians while the mood is yet jubilant. Such an occasion would present a fine opportunity to press for Ishgard's return to the Eorzean Alliance. We have scarce had time to mourn Moonbreda, and I, for one, am in no mood to carouse. But I suppose we must put away our grief for the good of the realm. No rest for the wicked awesome. Though you were promised rest, I fear I must insist that you also attend. It would be a strange celebration indeed if the victorious hero were not present. Pray content yourself with the thought that such occasions may bring about momentous change, and this without recourse to bloodshed. Tataru, if you would do me the favor of contacting the rest of the Scions. So does Tataru get to come to the party? Tataru should get to go to more parties. I really think that more parties should be made with Tataru in mind. Like, she should get invites, right? It's not just me. She deserves it.
She's the best.
I agree. She's the top tier best scion in the whole world.
Of course, Antecedent. And please let me know if there's anything else I can do. Like attend a party in a nice fancy dress.
Oh.
I'm sure she has one. Just waiting for the day she gets to take it for a spin. Curious. I have never known Tataru to sigh at such requests. Could aught be amiss? Well, I'll go talk to her and find out.
I wonder if she's jealous of my awesome dress.
She must hate parties if hearing about one makes her sigh. I better not invite her.
Don't worry, Tataru. We'll have our own party with blackjack and hookers.
I've still got to get like another 700,000 MGP before I can get the blackjack mount.
Just gonna stand here and look in the corner for Tataru.
Just specifically staring at the wall.
Tataru is conspicuous by her absence.
Is there a loose brick? Is she hiding behind that?
Whenever Tataru isn't on screen, all the characters should be saying, "Where's Tataru?"
Where's Tataru? Is she secret? Is she safe? In Doma, fidelity is a highly prized virtue. Perhaps it is a difference in culture, but this situation lies outside my comprehension. A primal shackles its faithful with the bonds of eternal devotion, but I fear the power Thancred wields over his admirers is rather more fickle. Wait, Thancred has admirers? I thought he was the admirer. Especially when each realizes she is not the sole object of his affection. Oh! No. Oh, I see what's going on. Oh, no.
He's taking the harem route in Persona.
Oh, no. Do we not have more pressing matters to attend to? Oh God! Make it stop! My sides are about to burst.
Oh no.
Makote Manstealer. He said that I was his favorite muse. Why don't we leave these others to their squabbling, whom?
Ladies, please, this is no way to... Oh, hello, Law.
I'm gonna come back so I can see the dialogue bubbles again. Why don't we leave these others to their squabbling, whom? She knows what's up, and she doesn't care. She's just about that dick. Ladies, please, this is no way to... Oh, hello, Lore. I was just entertaining some friends. Oh, gods.
Flamin, have you witnessed a scene over yonder? Such is the fate of he who would toy with women's hearts. Let's see how Thancred's silver tongue wags its way out of this one.
Tataru? I believe she just stepped outside. Now that I think on it, she did seem rather preoccupied. Power to that last lady who was just like, I knew this was happening. I'm fine with it. This is a good opportunity to slip away and make out. You want to go?
It's like, I see the competition and I intend to win.
Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hello, Blowzong.
That's actually probably about how it's pronounced.
He has a bunch of dungeons to unlock.
Oh God, who names these people? All right, Tataru. We're getting sidetracked. Where's Tataru?
I can see you.
His name is Blue Tongue, by the way. That's what his name roughly translates to it.
Gotcha.
Blowzong.
A calling KDA. Ah. Got a League player over here. Or at least somebody who watched the music video.
I still haven't watched that music video.
Oh, you should. It's probably my favorite music video of all time.
I see.
Oh, there's Tataru. Oh, Lore, it's you. I didn't mean to worry anyone. It's nothing, really. Well, it's not nothing, exactly, but it feels like nothing compared to the towering trials you and the others face every day. Lay it on me, Tataru. I'm always here to help. That's why I should probably talk to Minfilia before things get any worse. Ah, you always know what to say, Lore. I'm glad we had this little chat. But I didn't say anything. All right.
We are good listeners. That's why our ears are so big.
I was going to make the ears joke and you beat me to it. Damn it! How dare you step on my ear jokes? Nope, talk to Tataru first. My mind is made up. Uh-oh. Yes, Tataru? You have my undivided attention. Good, that's how you should always interact with Tataru. I've been hesitant to broach the subject, what with all the recent excitement, but Lore made me realize there's no time like the present, and time is what I'm here to ask you for. I am not sure I understand. If you wish to be excused from your duties for a time, then you have certainly earned the rest. But I suspect that lying abed is far from your intent. She's proposing to you, Minfilia. You know me too well, antecedent. There is, in fact, something I've been wanting to try my hand at. Along with the adventurers and the Crystal Braves, the Scions are constantly being thrown into dangerous battles and deadly predicaments. Even Hoary Boulder and Coltonay have been promoted from guard duty to fill our need for competent warriors. And so it seems only right that I too should acquire the power to defend myself, and others, more importantly. When I return, I shall be both your receptionist and your bodyguard. Okay, let's see. What class is she going to be? I think... Ooh, would it be funnier if she was a ninja or a samurai? But with the hat, I say red mage. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I want it to be a surprise. I'm just musing. You deserve a feather in your... Wait, she does have a feather in her cap. She's a red mage already. What's she talking about?
Yeah, the sequence of
oh, that curtsy!
Actually shipped Tataru and Minfilia a bit.
That curtsy was cute. Well, hey! That's the first time I've almost been knocked to the ground by a Lalafell. I've never seen Miss Tataru so determined. Has aught befell with which I might help, antecedent?
Is that racist?
I don't know, they're tiny.
No, that's just a statement of fact, Danny. Like, getting bowled over by a Lalafell, is...
I have seen Lalafell running around with massive slabs of metal. I would not be surprised to get smashed over by one.
Also, you are very small. Not at present, thank you. Was there something you would ask of me? Oh, yes. Pray excuse my distraction. An adventurer who was to join us for escort duty... Escort duty. What is escort duty, everybody?
Escort Doughty.
To join us for escort duty was injured while out on patrol, and I fear we cannot properly defend the scholars entrusted to our protection without the aid of at least one more guard. Are you going to send me to this? But I have a party to go to. Therefore, I humbly request that another adventurer, of the capable kind, of course, be assigned to our party. Not that kind of party! Very well. I shall consider the potential candidates and provide you with a replacement as soon as I am able. My thanks, antecedent. I'll take my leave of you. I have 2 main story quests, an unexpected ambition and where we are needed. Which do I do?
One minute. They are both required.
Oh, okay. An unexpected ambition. Minfilia is at a loss for words. The power to defend oneself? Tataru has ever been full of surprises. You know, I have some friends over at the Thaumaturgist Guild I can introduce her to. Now that I think on it, I do recall Urianger mentioning that she had developed an interest in Arcanima. Mayhap she hopes to gain admittance to the Arcanist Guild in Limsa Lominsa? Yes, that will be the way of it. Your assumption. She is definitely going to be a martial class, isn't she? Would you be so kind as to journey to the guild and see that all is well? It is doubtless unwarranted, but surely I am not alone in my concern for her safety. Should I pick up the other quest at the same time?
Probably.
I gotta go for a while. I gotta go get my bike fixed.
Okay, well thanks for hanging out, man. Happy birthday.
Yeah, have fun. Thank you.
Happy birthday. Much
I'll
love.
hop back in later if I can.
Cool.
That'll be nice. Now you're trapped alone with me.
I'm not locked in here with you, Danny. You're locked in here with me.
Oh my god!
You walked right into that one, man. I wonder, do you perchance recall the commitment I made to furnish Hoary Boulder with a capable adventurer? Well, I am sorry to say that I have as yet been unable to do so. Now, I realize that you are rather more than a capable adventurer, and that escort duty is frankly beneath a woman of your talents. But I have no one else to turn to at present. Might you be willing to forego rest and assist us in this matter? No. Yes, I'll do it.
I mean, after what we've just been through, I think this still counts as rest.
Generous to a fault. I thank you, Lore. Now, it seems only fair that I explain the import of the task in question. For some time, our order has employed a handful of scholars to travel around Eorzea, taking etheric readings that we might better understand the impact of primal summonings. Naturally, it behooves us to ensure our employees' safety, and so we ask the adventurers in our service to serve as escorts. Hoary Boulder and Coltonay were to act as 2 such escorts, as was a 3rd adventurer. Alas, due to injury, said adventurer is not presently fit for duty, hence my need to impose upon your goodwill. You truly are a pillar of strength, Lore. Hoary Boulder will share with you the details of your task. He should be waiting for you outside. Be safe. Thancred's gone. He has been consumed, and his bones picked clean by the nest of vipers he was involved with.
Oh, God.
Another storm has come and gone. These moments of peace never last long, though, do they? Damn it, this means Tataru's gonna be gone for a while. God damn it. I hope it doesn't take her too long. I had no idea that you would be assisting us personally, Lore. My sincerest apologies for dragging you into our affairs. Lore! Is it true that you agreed to lend us a hand? Shakes my head. Huzzah! What did I tell you, Coltonay? Our misfortune has become a blessing, an opportunity to serve alongside the Warrior of Light herself. Need I remind you that we have 3 scholars to escort, each of whom will take a different route? Oh, so I am doing this by myself without you guys' help? Come on. True, true, but our mission is the same. Separated by mulms we may be, but in spirit we shall be together. If such thoughts bring you joy, you are welcome to think them. To more practical concerns. Lore, we would have you attend to the scholar charged with surveying the South Shroud. He is waiting at Camp Tranquil as we speak. All you need do is follow the man. He will determine the most appropriate locations to take his readings. In spirit, Lore, in spirit, we shall be together every step of the way. We are approximately at the halfway point. Sorry, I need to make a decision about how much I'm doing today, real quick. Because we're at about the halfway point of 2.55. Which means I'd be here for until like 7 p.m. Another 3 hours or so. Because I would have to commit to doing all the rest of it today if I go much further. Because I don't want to start next Saturday and just do like an hour's worth of stuff and then fuck off to do class quests or whatever. So I'm debating whether I want to do the rest of it today or not. Doing the rest next week would also allow Minda to get in on this.
Well, there, including the 2 you're on, there are 7 quests.
I think that's where we're going to call it for today. And we will finish 2.55 next week. Nothing in particular to get in on. I meant more like get in on the commentary and stuff and talking about what's going on with me. So yeah, we're going to finish today here. Excuse me, and finish 2.55 next week. Next Saturday. Hang on, let me pull up the schedule. So tomorrow, I'm going to be doing Disco Elysium for 3 hours, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. EST, and then at 5 or 5:30, I'm going to be doing more Fire Emblem Engage, and then Monday through Wednesday is going to be Fire Emblem Engage all the time. And just to get into that, we'll see how far I get. Fire Emblem Engage has been much more difficult than Three Houses so far, and if it keeps ramping up in difficulty, I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete it, because I'm very early on, and it's already throwing stuff way higher level than me at me. Like, the last map I did, I was facing level 9 to 12 enemies, including a boss that respawns when you kill him the first time. And my highest character level was 7. It was kicking my ass. It was all I could do to get through without losing anybody. But it's good so far. It's not as good as Three Houses story-wise, but it's good so far. But yeah, aside from Disco Elysium tomorrow, there is nothing but Fire Emblem Engage that I have planned until the 27th when the Dead Space remake comes out, and I will be playing that on stream because I am excited for Dead Space, which is so good. Probably my favorite non-Resident Evil horror franchise, Dead Space. I'm excited to play that remake. It's going to be so good, I hope. I hope it's good. I hope the weird new face model for Isaac isn't a sign of bad things. Because, I hope. But yeah, that'll be it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.